Hi everyone, it's Karen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create cutting files for your applique projects. So these cutting files can then be cut with a Cricut or a Silhouette or a ScanNCut. In this video, I'll be showing you how to do it for a Cricut, but the process is the same for whatever cutting machine you use. The image I'm going to be using is a Designs by Juju design, and it's this dog reading a storybook. And you can see in the image here that there are quite a few parts of it that are applique. All the brown parts of the dog, the blue of the book, and the yellow stars are all fabric applique shapes. So I'm going to open up that file on my computer. I'm using Embrilliance Essentials here. And this is like the second to last, I think. There we go. That's the file here. So this is an 8x8, but I'm going to work with a 5x7. Just because most people have that size. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit more clearly. First thing I'm going to do is turn off the 3D rendering here so that you can see the actual stitches. And when I go over here on the right and I click this triangle, I'm going to see all of the different parts to this file. If I click this one, you're going to see that this is the ears. And when I click the color, I'm going to use all the flesh pink as the placement lines. I'm going to click on the color, and this will let me choose either the color or the applique. And I'm going to click on this menu option, and I'm going to mark this as the applique position. This then lets me simulate the fabric, so you can see that the dog's ears have been filled in. And it lets me create a cutting file, and I can inflate the file by whatever amount I want, or I can choose not to inflate it by leaving it at 0. What I'm going to do is save the file with a 0 inflation, and then I'll also save the file with 1.5 millimeter inflation, which is not very much. It's just enough to be sure that your machine will catch the fabric as it stitches around, and then afterwards be able to do the satin stitch all around your fabric. So from here, I'm going to save this. It's going to ask me where I want to save it. I'm going to put it in the same folder as my original file. And down here, I can choose what file type I want. I can either have an SVG, which is universal for all cutting machines. It's what you would need if you're using a Cricut machine. Or you can save as an FCM file if you're using a ScanNCut machine. You can save as Studio if you're using Silhouette. You can save as SureCut files, PLT files, or HPGL files. So as I said, I'm working with a Cricut for this video, so I'm saving this as an SVG file. And you can see that the name is already here, but I'm going to change this, and I'm just going to call it 5x7 ears. And this one has a 0 inflation. So I'm just going to type in 0 and the letters INFL so that I know what that is. Next, I'm going to change the inflation to a value of 1.5 millimeters, and I'm going to save that. And now I forget what I called the first one. Okay, I'm going to call it 5x7 ears. And this time I'm going to call it 1_5 INFL. And I'll save that one. I'm going to click OK now. And I would continue the same way with all of these using the flesh pink lines for all the parts that I want to create as applique cut files. Again, I've clicked on the color. I'm going to set it as applique position. I'm going to simulate it so I can see the fabric behind there. You don't have to do this. It's just so that you can see it. I would always use an inflation amount of 1.5 millimeters. The only reason I created the 0 one a second ago is to show you what that's going to look like in Cricut Design Space. I'm just going to cancel out of this because I'm not going to do all of the pieces to show you. You would go through and do them for all of the flesh pink defined lines here. And let me see how many are there. This was the first one I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 different pieces that you would create as your SVG files, cutting files. So now I'm going to go over to the Cricut software and I'm going to upload one of these files. So now I need to be in my embroidery files, in my reading subfolder, in the Storytime appliqué folder, in my PES folder, which is the format for Brother embroidery machines, and I'm going to open up the file with the 0 inflation value. And you can see those are the outlines of the ears. I'm going to continue. I don't need to clean up anything here. It's all done for me. And I have those ears over here. So next I'm going to do the same thing with the second file I created, which has the 1.5 millimeter inflation value. I'm going to click and browse for my file. Again, I need to go to my embroidery files. And now I'm going to choose the 1.5 value file. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to click continue and then upload, and then I have these. Now I am going to make this a different color so it'd be easier for us to see. I'm going to make this a light gray. And these, which has the 0 millimeter inflation value, is a little bit smaller. I'm going to actually change where this file is. I'm going to bring it to the front so that I will see it over the gray. And you'll see that there's just a little bit of an offset there. Let me zoom in so you can see this a bit better. So you can see that as you move that around, there's just a little bit of an offset. And when your embroidery machine stitches the tack down line on your fabric piece, it will be following the line of this 0 millimeter inflation file. It will be following that tack down line will be the outline of this smaller file. And then you would do the same thing with all your pieces. You would prepare your fabric. If you need to put a backing on it, I will cut out these gray ear pieces with the fabric that I prepare. I'm going to zoom back down to 100%. So these are the actual ear pieces. So I'm just heating up my iron because I'm going to iron my pieces of fabric nice and smooth. So I'm going to do the larger cuts in the light colored fabric. I'll do the smaller pieces in the dark colors and show you what that would look like on my embroidery machine. Yes, I'm going to iron these nice and smooth. So here on my Cricut machine, you're seeing that the lighter piece is, or that the larger piece is in the lighter color. And I'm going to now send this to my Cricut maker to cut out. I don't need a 12 by 24 inch mat. So I'm just going to make those both 12 by 12. Going to go to that first cut. I'm going to place my fabric on the mat. I'm going to click continue. I'm going to choose cotton as my fabric. I'm going to push my mat inside. And then it will cut out my pieces. And it's ready to go. I have sped up this section because at this point the Cricut is just cutting out the pieces. Here's the file on my embroidery machine. So I'm just placing my hoop in the machine. The first thing it will stitch will be the placement lines for those ears. And if you look at it, you can see a faint little bit of pink right around here. Those are the ears. So I have placed my batting down on the stabilizer, and I'm going to let the machine now stitch out my placement lines. Okay, so it's now ready to start stitching my placement line. And it's going to stitch both of the ears, but I'm just going to be placing the fabric and showing you for the one ear. Then at this point it stops, giving me a chance to place my fabric for the applique. And I'm going to show you, if I placed a darker piece, it's the exact same size as my line. So there would be no room to do stitching around that. Whereas if I use the larger light brown piece, it covers the stitching line. Just barely, because remember it's only 1.5 millimeters, but it will cover it. So I'm placing that down here. And now the machine is ready to stitch over that as a tack down line. And I'm going to get my little acrylic piece out that I'm going to be able to make sure that it's stitching in the right places. I don't want to put my fingers there. So when you look at this, you'll see that my tack down stitch is not exactly perfect. You can see that it's a little bit wide here, a little bit narrow here, and just off a little bit here and here. But it will still work perfectly because once the satin stitch goes around that, it will be great. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my applique scissors and just cut a little bit closer to that edge. So I made a mistake earlier and was zooming ahead and I wasn't filming. So I'm going to go back and show you what was happening. After it did the lines for the ears, it went ahead and it was working on the nose and different parts. These are all the applique pieces. So it's going through all of those first. So what I need to do is zoom ahead and move to where I find these gold pieces, the satin stitches in gold. So I'm going to move ahead. I'm threading forward. You can see here the thread button with the plus sign. It lets me move ahead by color. Now this is not it. This is the part of the chin here and the cheeks. So I need to go just a little bit further. Not the white, that's the book. This is what I need. You can see that the ears are up here. So I did do that. I went ahead to there and I started stitching. But I had to stop it because I realized I hadn't been filming. So now I'm going to go ahead and continue stitching. It has already started to stitch some of that, so we're going to go back to that now. I don't want to start from the beginning because I don't want to redo all of that stitching. Right over here. And I'm going to jump ahead by 500 stitches. And that's too far, so I'm going to go back to 500. So if I go ahead 100, that's too far as well. So I'll go by 10. So as I jump ahead 10 stitches at a time, you'll see that I'm ending up closer and closer to where I had finished stitching. Maybe I'll go like 10 stitches back and I'll start stitching from here. So now I'm doing that second one, which we don't stop there. So I'm stopping the stitching. I'm going to pull my needle out of there. you can see how well it really stitched all around that fabric. Except, of course, for this little part right here, but that's just where I started the stitching again. But the applique piece, the fabric got caught in those satin stitches exactly as you would want it done. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything else you'd like me to show you, please comment below.